Hey guys, and welcome back to another video. Today I am sharing some super fun Easter themed treats with you guys. I'm really excited to share these with y'all. They all turned out super cute and they would be perfect to take to an Easter gathering. We have 3 of them this weekend, so it's going to be a really busy one for us. But let's go ahead and get into the first one. So we're gonna get started with this super cute little bunny butt. It is a sweet cheese ball. It's so easy. So you'll need actually 2 blocks of cream cheese. I didn't realize that at first, but you'll need 2, and then 1 box of Funfetti cake mix, and then you'll need a teaspoon each of vanilla extract, butter extract, and then 1/4 of a cup of white sugar, and then however many white chocolate chips that you want. As always, I will have the recipes to these down below in the description box, so if you want to get the exact measurements on everything, you can find it there. But this is where I realized that I needed 2 blocks of cream cheese and not just 1. It was super dry, and I did not have any more cream cheese on hand, so I just pulled some Greek vanilla yogurt from the fridge, and it was perfect. So I'm going to go ahead and form the little butt to this bunny, but you'll need to set some aside for the 2 feet and the tail. So I'm just going to set that aside in a bowl, and we're going to go ahead and roll this in coconut flakes. So once I've got it coated pretty good in coconut flakes, I'm going to go ahead and do the same thing for the 2 feet and also the tail and just get those in place. And I'm going to use pink M&Ms. All I had were the peanut M&Ms, so I had to cut them up a little bit smaller. But if you can find the regular, just plain M&Ms in pink, that would be perfect. And you'll just press them in to make it look like little bunny feet. And then you'll serve this with graham crackers. I think this is so cute, and I think one of my favorite things that I made today. Alright, moving on to the next thing I wanted to share with you guys. This is a dip, and it is so good. If you like fruity dips, you will definitely like this one. So this is the fruit you'll need. You'll need some pineapple chunks, mandarin oranges, and maraschino cherries. And I'm going to take about a cup each and put those into a strainer. I've just got this little strainer here over a bowl, and I'm going to take a fork and chop those up the best I can just to get them into smaller pieces, because like I said, this is a dip and you don't want big chunks of fruit in the dip. You could also use a food processor, but I just didn't feel like doing all that today, so I'm just using a fork. But over in a separate bowl, I'm gonna take some powdered sugar. I can't remember how much I used, but like I said, I'll have the recipes down below. And I'm also gonna put in 1 block of cream cheese, and I'm just gonna cream that together. Alright, once that is creamed together really well, you can go ahead and add in your fruit, and we're just going to give that a mix. And just keep in mind that the hand mixer does help to break up the fruit as well. I'm also going to melt a few candy melts. I'm using the bright pink color, and I've got maybe a 1/2 of a cup here. I'm just going to melt those down and then add it into the dip, and this is going to make it a pretty light pink color. Also, I forgot to tell you guys that this dip does call for sour cream as well, but I did not have any on hand, so I just omitted that, and it was still delicious. I'm gonna let this refrigerate for just a few hours, and honestly you could use whatever kind of cookie that you prefer to dip with. We're just using vanilla wafers. And also remember that you can change out the fruit for whatever kind of fruit that you prefer. If you don't like cherries, maybe you like grapes, you could do that and maybe add in some marshmallows. I think that would be really good too. All right, this next one is more of an Easter themed breakfast idea that you could do for your kids. So I've just got a can of cinnamon rolls here, and I was trying to do the little bunnies I had saw on Pinterest. The way they made it look, you can just stretch the dough to form the ears, but mine just did not turn out. I don't know if it's the kind of cinnamon rolls that I had, but my dough was just not stretchy enough to do that, and I couldn't get them defined enough. And they looked okay going into the oven, but coming out they just looked like regular cinnamon rolls. I really couldn't even tell that they were bunnies. So I tried again. This time I'm gonna use a cookie cutter. I'm just taking a rolling pin and rolling the cinnamon rolls out wide enough so that I could use this little chick cookie cutter. You could use whatever kind of Easter themed cookie cutter that you have on hand, and I'm just gonna cut out the little chicks, and these will bake on 400, and the baking instructions on the can are for about 15 to 20 minutes. Because I had flattened these out, they only took about half of that time, and I just put some pink sprinkles on top and they turned out super cute. So if you need an easy and last minute Easter breakfast idea, here you go. You can just serve it with bacon or sausage and some fruit. My kids really enjoyed these. All right, moving on to the very last thing I wanted to share with y'all today. We are going to make Easter themed crack candy. We also make this a lot during the holidays. It's one of our must-have things. So you're going to start by melting down 2 sticks of butter and a cup of brown sugar. While that's melting, I'm going to take some saltine crackers and line those on to a baking dish that I've also lined with foil. You might want to spray your foil though, because mine had a little bit of trouble sticking, but you're just going to get those lined, and then once your brown sugar and butter has melted completely, you're just going to take and pour that right over the crackers. And I'm just taking my spatula and making sure that I've got the brown sugar and butter even over the crackers. And then this is going to go in the oven on 325 for 8 minutes. While that's in the oven, I'm going to go ahead and melt down this entire block of almond bark. I always get so intimidated with these because you can mess them up really easy. I have done it so many times, but I'm going to melt that down. I'm also going to melt down a few pink candy melts. I'm going to go ahead and spread out that almond bark evenly over the crackers. And once I've got that white almond bark spread out evenly, I'm just gonna take the pink and I'm just kind of swirling that around into the white just to give it like a pretty pink white swirly color. And you could use any kind of toppings that you want to add. I'm using the peanut M&Ms. You could do half and half on the toppings. but once it's cooled completely, you'll just take and break it up into pieces, and this is what it looks like. It is so good, but it's also extremely rich, so be careful. That's going to be all for today's video. I hope that you guys enjoyed. I hope you all have a happy Easter, and I'll see you in the next one. Bye.